Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and I wanted to just point this out to you that there is an organization called MoveOn. It's moveon.org if you want to go there. And they are somebody who considers themselves like a left-wing progressive watchdog, if you want to say it that way. And they have this on their website. They want people to pledge to act if the Mueller report is hidden. You know what? I think that it's a great idea that if the Mueller report is hidden, that we should complain about that, because we all want to see parts of the Mueller report. We want to see the conclusions. There are going to be things they can't release, and I understand that. That's part of the law. And so it's kind of ironic that they're saying this is to uphold the rule of law. And then they turn around and they're asking our Attorney General to do something that is contrary to the very law that he's supposed to uphold. So kind of interesting on that. I'm not supporting that, obviously. But the whole thing is the Mueller report is not going to be hidden. As much of it as can be released will be released. Attorney General Barr has already said that. He said that in his confirmation hearing. That's what he has stood by. And he will release as much as he can. But that doesn't mean everything. And I wanted to bring this to your attention just so you'll be prepared. It says, breaking, Mueller's report has now been handed to the Justice Department for Attorney General Bill Barr's review. It is absolutely critical that Attorney General William Barr makes Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report public in its entirety. There are over 500 events being planned if Barr covers up for Trump, or if the Trump administration otherwise prevents the investigation from serving its public mission. Okay, now the interpretation on that is what I'm going to question, because what are they going to do if it doesn't come out in its entirety? And because of that, that is a violation of the law, because if there's anything classified in there, they can't release it. Also, see, part of the rule of law is that people are presumed innocent until they are proven in a court of law to be guilty. And because of that, if they did an investigation and it proved the person was innocent, or there was no evidence of any wrongdoing, they can't release that information, because that would paint that person in a negative light. This is the whole reason why the Department of Justice says we don't talk about ongoing investigations, because if the investigation ends up that the person is exonerated, then they have trashed the name of a person who should not have been trashed, who was innocent. And that's what would happen here. So in other words, we found the guy innocent, but we still want to see all the negativity. And that's just not the way our country works. That's not the way it's supposed to work in our justice system. And so I think it's significant that they say there are over 500 events being planned. Remember, they say if Barr covers up for Trump. Now, obviously, Barr is not going to cover up for Trump because there's nothing to cover up. Okay, Trump did not do anything wrong. And so there's no reason why Attorney General Barr would cover up for that, because he didn't do anything wrong. But my prediction is what's going to happen is they're going to say that if he doesn't release absolutely everything, and that means all the documents. There were 1.2 million documents that the Trump White House provided. So they're going to say if he doesn't release absolutely everything, they're going to activate these 500 events. Now, what form will those 500 events take? I can't say, but they have a little pledge to act here that you can see. And notice their little comment up here, nobody is above the law. Yeah, okay, then why was Hillary let off the hook? Why was she treated so different? Why did Jim Comey write an exoneration for her before she was even interviewed? I mean, if nobody's above the law, okay. So once again, they restate it. Will you sign our pledge? It says anything less than a fully public Mueller report constitutes a cover-up. See right there, they define it. That is their definition of a cover-up. anything less than a fully public Mueller report. Okay? That means those 1.2 million documents. If anything is classified and is kept back, according to these people, then it constitutes a cover-up. Their 500 events will be activated. So this is, I pledge to take action if Trump's attorney general covers up the Mueller report. You know, this is all based on the assumption that Trump did something wrong. Now, for months, they have been telling us that Mueller was a good guy, that he was upstanding, he would do the right thing, he would get to the bottom of everything. Now, all of a sudden, they're backpedaling, and you're getting this, oh, but we can't trust anything that comes out of Trump's Department of Justice. So, this is just kind of crazy, because if Mueller submitted something to the Attorney General Barr, and Barr changed it significantly, if he would, which I don't believe he would, then Mueller could easily come back and say, but wait a minute, no, that's not what the original said. So it makes no sense that they would do this, because if Mueller really is working for them, you know, in other words, he's really trying to catch Trump, then he would say something if it comes out and it's different than what he actually gave to the Attorney General. That puts him in that position. So it makes no sense for them to do this, except they didn't get what they wanted, and now they've got to come up with some other way to deal with it. And that's why they're going to call it a cover-up if anything less than a fully public Mueller report is put out. And that's where the trouble comes. Because again, 1.2 million documents. The likelihood that something in that is classified, pretty high. You know, there's got to be at least something. So even if they hold back one little thing, they're going to call it a cover-up. That's the plan. That's what they're saying now. So I wanted to point that out to you. I think it's something that, you notice the website, trumpisnotabovetelaw.org. I mean, serious, they have lost their minds. Oh, it's just happening. And so what's going to happen? Do they really want all of this information to come out? Maybe the public does need to see the 1.2 million documents, because I have a feeling that those documents are going to expose the deep state. So it's going to be interesting, right? Well, wanted to share that with you. And I'm working on another video that will probably upload tomorrow morning, but I wanted to get this one out to you. So there you go. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see y'all later.